Hello and welcome to As I Play Dying, Let's Play Destiny. Actually, this is a preview and my name is Ryan. I am fortunate enough to own a PS4 and was quick enough during E3 to actually get in one of the first rounds of the alpha preview. I got it day one and I had it downloaded and installed right away. So, people might still have a couple questions on what is Destiny, because shared world shooter, well, everyone knows what a shooter is, but shared world might throw people for a loop because it's not common vernacular yet in the gaming space. The best way to think about Destiny is if you made the perfect hybrid between Halo and Diablo. The idea behind the shared world is that every time you go into a space, you connect with at least 15 other players, and they will randomly appear and disappear depending on their location and proximity to you. But you're always connected, but it's not an MMO in the sense that you're all connected to one big server and there's 10,000 people on there. Now, this is a shooter first, and the gameplay we're seeing is actually from the PvP. The PvP is called the Crucible, and the only game mode that they had available in the alpha was a capture the point mode called Control. I'm actually playing the heavy tanky class called a Titan. Now, for being a heavy tanky class that has the highest HP, they also have the highest jump. They have a jetpack which actually allows them to feather their landing. Right now, I'm using a upgraded auto rifle, which is just your standard assault rifle. I got a red dot sight on it, and the way you get these additional sights is either they come unlocked when you find the weapon, or you use the weapon enough and it becomes unlocked. Now, you can find tons of different weapons, and the loot system is pretty darn close to like a low-yielding Diablo. People might say there's parallels between this and Borderlands, but I don't think that's accurate, because in Borderlands, it goes really absurd, and the gunplay is not nearly as tight.
Zone B neutralized.
So you get, and unlike Halo though, you do have 3 weapons at all times. You have your primary, which is going to be like this auto rifle I have here. A secondary, which is going to be your specialty weapons, such as a sniper, a shotgun, or something they call a fusion rifle, or something that is not completely absurdly powerful, but is definitely not a generally used weapon. And then you have your heavy, which is pretty much I need to nuke this area quick. Usually rocket launchers, belt-fed machine guns with high fire rates, or something absurdly powerful. So, you see here, I'm dying a lot, especially because of Camping McCamperson there. But eventually, I do pull off some pretty cool moves. Now, one thing that you'll notice is that there's a bar above the main part of my HUD. If you look down the lower left-hand corner, you'll see my 3 weapons. Some have elemental effects on there. And then there's a bar filling there. That's going to be the super, and that is what adds the spice to this gameplay. Every class has a different jump ability. Some have double jump that can actually be upgraded to a triple jump. Some have this glide, which allows them to stay in air for a ridiculous amount of time. Or like mine, where I have a jump jet that allows me to float and get really high, but has a limited time on it. On top of that, every class comes with a special melee attack. Mine is this energy punch, which will literally just evaporate someone if I make contact with them. It is awesome, looks badass, feels great. Some of the other ones are like imagine if you're Jedi and you force punch someone, with a ball of energy.
C lost.
Something like that. And then the last one's actually a ranged melee in which you pull out a throwing knife and stick it in their head. You can headshot someone with a melee. Then you have your super, which, see that yellow bar down there? You're going to see what that yellow bar does here in just a second. This is a super. That is called the Fist of Havoc. And I just took out their entire team. 3 guys at once with 1 super, which has a massive area of effect attack for the Titan. He essentially is the short range, I'm going to go into this room and clear a whole bunch of motherfuckers out. You see me die a couple times by a hooded figure with a gun that looks on fire. And what that is, all the hooded figures, like this guy right here, is actually a hunter. They're going to be your DPS, your high damage class. They're very much a glass cannon. Furthermore, their special is called Golden Gun, in which they pull out a pistol bathed in solar energy that will be a one-hit kill on pretty much everything but bosses. I have my heavy out here, and I just got my supercharged again by killing an AFK Titan, and I'm gonna die here. So, the thing that you saw me open before I died was a ammo chest. And unlike Halo, where you pick up your weapons on the field, this you pick up ammo. And each ammo goes to each slot of your arsenal. I explained what the 3 slots were earlier. White goes to your primary, green goes to your special, and purple goes to your heavy. And since heavy ammo does not come by naturally, they will actually announce it. So, just a few seconds ago, you saw a whole bunch of these balls of light on the floor. Those orbs of light are generated by my other teammates for using their supers. And they recharge mine. So, if you have a good team, you guys can constantly be making supers if you stick together. Look, there's some more of them because he got a couple people with that. So, you always want to tell people when you're using your super so they can get your orbs of light and continue on. So, team play is big in this game. A couple things you don't see in this is, well, the other classes. I primarily rolled a Titan, but you can actually summon your own vehicle in PvP. You might say, well, that doesn't sound like Halo, it doesn't sound like any good PvP. Well, they're essentially glorified mounts. They don't do any damage, and they're just fun to ride around with. And I'm going to say they don't do damage directly unless you do something weird with them. These mounts are actually called Sparrows, and they are hover bikes that look something very strangely like the hover bikes that are in Star Wars Return of the Jedi. Except the best part is, if you get off of them and you melee the bike will actually rocket off and self-destruct like a missile. It's pretty cool that way. We're wrapping up on the gameplay here. I don't think there's much more. You get a ton of cool rewards for doing stuff in PvP. My favorite that I get is I get a reward called Nail in the Coffin.
Enemy captured.
Nail in the Coffin means I scored the winning kill. But it's not going to be here because I get blasted in the face. So, the multiplayer feels like it is pretty balanced and it is skill-based, which a lot of people are going to like. But I have yet to see how it's going to play out with when you have a lot of level disparity. Like the Alpha only had levels 4 through 8. So no one could really be too much powerful than another person, but I don't know how it's going to turn out. But needless to say, the Alpha was a whole ton of fun, and I'm going to be posting videos throughout the week. What you saw right there was a Warlock's Nova Bomb, and you can see there I got the final kill with my rare shotgun. You actually get loot for winning in PvP, which incentivizes you a lot more. Overall, it's a great feeling game. But that's all the time I have for right now. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments below, and don't forget to like, favorite, and subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow us on Facebook, Twitch, and Tumblr. Thanks, and have a nice day.